What's going on, everyone? My name is Madison. Today we had a new trailer for Pokemon Sun and Moon, and this wasn't just any old trailer. This was an incredibly in-depth trailer. It was a long one, and it had a lot of new information and stuff for us. So I said in the reaction video that I did that we would have a bit of a more in-depth look at all the new information that we got and see what we can get from it. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. The first thing that we want to look at is these new ALOLA forms. So all the, not all, but some of the older Pokemon, I think it's just Gen 1 right now, some of the Gen 1 Pokemon, it looks like, are getting new forms for the ALOLA region. Now, does this mean that the older forms don't work in Sun and Moon? I don't think they do that, but I feel like you won't be able to get the older forms in the game, so you have to transfer them from another game. That would make sense to me because you can't just like transfer and say an Exeggutor that you're looking at right now into the game and just have it like turn into this new form. It wouldn't really make sense. I don't know. Like there's some mystical fucking force field around the island that forces them to transform. I don't think so. But I do think that you'll have to transfer them from another game. Let's have a look at these new forms. So first off, we have Exeggutor. It is a grass dragon type. I don't fucking know why. I don't know why it's grass dragon. But we have Exeggutor, yeah, a grass dragon type, which makes it 4 times weak to ice type moves. It's actually the same as Mega Sceptile. So it's 4 times weak to ice type moves. It's not weak to fire anymore. It's weak to flying type moves. It's weak to dragon type moves, and it's weak to fairy type moves. I think that's, and poison actually. So it's actually got a lot of weaknesses, but dragon is a really good typing resistance wise. I mean, I guess it resists fire, but then you got the grass type that doesn't resist fire. I don't know, I just have to deal with it, but it's a grass dragon type for some reason. Some fucking reason. And it's this, I don't know what to think about this new look. I think it looks really, really funny, and I absolutely love it. Some people don't like it. I can see why, honestly, but I think it's really cool. I do like it a lot. And its ability is Frisk, which isn't anything new. It's not anything like super spectacular or crazy. It's just Frisk, so you can check what item your opponent's holding. So it looks like you'll be taking down a lot of dragons with your Exeggutor now. Now, another question I had is, does this affect stats? I'm assuming that it does. I really think that it'll affect stats, but I don't know in what way. I'm assuming you'll still have the same base stat total. So, you know, you're not gonna get stronger just because you're in a ALOLA form, right? But this thing, it looks fucking fantastic. We also have Vulpix turning ice, which looks so fucking cute. I love it. They both have Snow Cloak, which... Snow Cloak, I think that raises evasiveness in hail. Not entirely sure on that one. But I don't know what it does. And when it evolves, it turns into a Ice Fairy type, which makes it 4 times weak to Steel. And me having Diancie in the UCL knows how common Steel type moves are. So Ninetales is gonna have a little bit of an issue with that, it seems like. The fact that, it's a Fairy type too, that's so nice. Like, I feel like Ninetales should have been either a Fire Psychic or a Fire Fairy. But now that it's got the fairy typing with this, I wonder if they're gonna go back and change it. I don't think they would go back and change it now since they have the opportunity to in 6th gen, they didn't. But the fact that this is Ice Fairy now, I don't know. It's kind of bringing some ideas up. Maybe they will. I really don't see them doing that, but maybe they will. Then we have, oh my god, that's so cool. It's so cool. Then we have the Sandshrew line. And I love these designs. I think the little head part here, the little head part there looks really strange, but it's Ice Steel. Now, Ice Steel is 4 times weak to fighting type. So competitively, this thing is gonna be it's 4 times weak to fighting type and fire type, so competitively, this thing is gonna be dead. It's gonna be dead in the water. It's not gonna work. It resists, what does it resist? It resists ice. It resists ice 4 times. It resists, what does it resist? It resists normal. It resists, what does Steel resist? It's immune to poison. It resists grass, I think? What else? I'm sure there's some other things too. I'm just missing them right now. Dragon, it resists dragon, because Steel's a very good defensive typing, but ice is a horrible defensive typing, and fighting type And fire-type moves are incredibly common in competitive, so I can't see this thing ever working in competitive. It has Snow Cloak. It has Snow Cloak as well. I don't know why it has Snow Cloak. Like, they both have Snow Cloak. I don't know why, but it has Snow Cloak too. But that's, I really like the new designs. The new designs are amazing. And then we have the new Pokemon. So we can just move on to these new Pokemon. The first one is Oricorio. I think that's it. But we have all these different styles for this Pokemon. Which again, I'm thinking like very competitively when I look at this. So I'm like, if you draft this Pokemon and say the UCL, can you use all these different typings? I'm assuming that there'd be rules against that. Like, there's, when you draft a certain type of Pokemon, you choose one form and you stick with it. But, this is pretty cool. We have a cheerleader version. We have like, I don't even know what to call that kind of dancer. I don't really know what the kind of dancer is. We have a halulululululu dancer. I'm not very culturally informed. And we have, see, this one looks more Japanese. This one looks more Hawaiian. This is like a cheerleader American version. And this is not entirely sure. But I know what that looks like, but I can't say where it's from specifically. We have fire type, electric type, psychic type, and ghost, which is really cool. And it also has the ability to steal dance moves. So if you use the swords dance, it steals your move. So it also gets +2 attack, which is really fucking cool. So if you go for dragon dance, if you go for quiver dance, swords dance, is there any more? Luna dance? That wouldn't be too good. You could force it to kill itself with Luna dance. That'd be really funny, actually. That'd be really funny. Yeah, but that's actually, yeah, that's a dance move. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't work. But this thing looks really cool. I do enjoy this. Oh, the pom-pom version, though. The pom-pom version is so cool. And it has a special move called Revelation Dance. Now, we don't know what kind of power that has. So, it could be a good move, could be a pretty shit move. This looks like just a standalone Pokemon. I can't see this thing evolving. But then again, I said the same thing for Mudsdale, and as you'll see in just a bit, that thing did get an evolution. Or sorry, it got a pre-evolution. It didn't get an evolution, it got a pre-evolution. But we got, there's the ability, Dancer, right there. Copies your dances, which is really cool. Then we have this thing. Now this thing is really fucking cool. So this thing has an ability where if I can find it, see, I'm on the Pokemon website right now, and I wanna find it. This is the ALOLA region. If we can find the new Pokemon, where are you? Pokemon, I wanna see you. Okay, it's around, okay, here it is. So its ability, Shields Down. It's formed in the stratosphere, okay, it becomes lighter. Okay, it has Meteor, oh, Meteor, okay. I see that. Has an ability that no other Pokemon has had before. With the Shields Down ability, it will have excellent defense capabilities as long as the shell is intact. It will be protected from status conditions, but when the HP drops below half, the shell will break and will change into a form better suited for fighting. This is fucking insane. It's basically kind of like Disguise, where it protects you. It's like a free sub, right? It protects you from these status conditions, which means, like, again, I'm thinking competitively, you can switch into any stun spores, any toxic. You can switch into Will-O-Wisp and be completely fine and have really good defense. Then when you get hit, because I'm assuming you'll be slow, you get hit, the shell breaks, and you hit them really hard because you've just turned into your good attacking form. Then you outspeed them because you now have better speed, and honestly, this thing looks really, really cool. I cannot wait to try this thing out. Since it has such a specific, like, ability, I don't know if it'll evolve. It might do, which would make it really fucking good and competitive. But this thing looks really cool. This reminds me of Starbits from Super Mario Galaxy. It really does. It reminds me of Starbits, and hopefully I can. Hopefully everyone sees the screen alright. Yeah, everyone should see the screen alright. It reminds me of Starbits though, is what it reminds me of. But that's pretty cool. So this thing is amazing. Honestly, this thing is amazing. I cannot wait to fucking see it. I cannot wait to use this thing. Then we have the evolution for our little normal type, Gumshoes, who's actually fucking Donald Trump. We're gonna make Pokemon great again, guys. We're gonna make it great again. So you have Gumshoes there. Does it say which ability we have? No, he goes for a Super Fang there, and it's fine. We have Fomantis, a new grass type, and its evolution, Lurantis, which looks really, really cool. It has Leaf Guard, so nothing special there. This reminds me of Leavanny a lot, so I can see kind of the same, the same usage or the same uses as Leavanny. It doesn't have that bug typing, so it's not quad weak to fire and flying, which is good, which is really, really good. So it's not gonna have that huge weakness that Leavanny has. But honestly, I love the look of this thing. Usually pink Pokemon are like, I'm not a huge fan, but this thing looks really, really cool. I really like it. It looks like it's wearing trousers right there. Little bit of circus trousers there. It looks like it's wearing circus trousers. And it has a new move called Solar Blade. We don't know how much damage this does, but if you just watch this gameplay here for a second, like, holy shit, that's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. That looks so cool. And then we have the pre-evolution to Mudsdale, which is Mudbray. It's just a ground type. It's not really anything special here. It looks really cute though. It looks really cute. It has some normal ability. I think it has like stamina and I don't remember what the other one was, but it's just like a normal move. Then we have the thing that we can ride all these different types of Pokemon. Now this is on the website too, so I wanna go ahead and check that out. I wanna go ahead and check that out if we can. So I'm gonna click on this. Where is the riding Pokemon thing? This is the Z moves. We're not talking about that yet. I wanna look at the riding Pokemon thing. No, this isn't right, dude. Cool features. All right, here we go. Yes, Poke Ride. All right, so Poke Ride, the land, the sea, and the sky. With the power of Pokemon, you can go anywhere. Sweet. One aspect of the culture in the ALOLA region is something known as Poke Ride. So this, okay, I understand this. Let's view the gallery. Let's have a look at some of the pictures. You can ride Charizards, Sharpedos, Mudsdale, Stoutland, Charizard, oh, it's went back, okay. I also saw Tauros in there. I saw Tauros and I'm assuming you could also ride Lapras. That would just make sense to me. But this looks so fucking cool. Just look at this, man. Look at this, it's so cool. And then we have one of the biggest new things for me, the Rite of Passage. So what this is kind of a replacement for gyms. At least that's what people are saying right now. People are saying this is probably gonna be some kind of replacement for gyms. I would be really fucking hyped and I would be excited if it was, because I'm kind of bored of gyms at this point. I know a lot of people are like iffy on that, like, oh, you know, you don't mess with the formula. I would be fucking super happy. Like, I was a huge fan of XD Gale of Darkness, and that didn't have any gyms. Like, there's no need. You don't have to have gyms in a Pokemon game. And this is close enough to gyms where people who are like iffy on it can be like, okay, it's still familiar. So what the Rite of Passage thing is you have to go through all of the islands, as it shows here in the video. You have to go through all of the islands and go through these trials. You go through trials in all these different areas of the ALOLA region you have to explore, and you have to take down the trial captains. Now, once you take down the trial captains, you can take down their bosses. I forget the name of them right now. I forgot the name of them. That was silly of me. But you take down the trial captains, you go into the bosses, you take them down. So it's 8 battles. So it's technically like, yeah, hold on. Powerful Totem Awake. Powerful Totem Pokemon await at the end of every trial. So you take down the trial captain, and I don't know if this is actually part of the battle with the trial captain, or if it's something totally different. But you have a Pokemon like this Totem Gumshoes comes in, and he gets a boost right off the bat. So this is looking like Pokemon Sun and Moon are gonna be more difficult than Pokemon games that we've seen before, because they can call in help as well, whereas you just have your one Pokemon. So Nuzlocking this is gonna be hard as shit. I'm so excited. Oh, sorry. Then you battle the Kahunas, or the Kakunas I call them. I'm just gonna call them Kakunas, because that's my little name for them. They're gonna battle the Kakunas. After you battle the trial captains, which are just stronger versions, I guess. They're gonna be stronger battles. They're basically like gym battles, right? They're basically gym battles, but they're not, which is really cool. And then, so, I mean, if we just say, like, talk about getting rid of the gyms for a second, a little bit more. Getting rid of gyms is something I'm very excited about. We've been on the same formula for 20 years now, and the fact that they're kind of like a little bit brave to change it just a tiny little bit, because it's basically the same thing. You know, you go through a trial or a puzzle, a gym puzzle, a trial or gym puzzle, you get to the leader, the trial captain, you take down the trial captain or leader, and you go through some kind of fucking tough battle, and then you continue. But in this, you take down the trial captain, and then you take down the Kakuna of the island. So it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm really excited to see how it goes and how it works story-wise. We still haven't gotten any star evolutions. I just realized that. That's kind of sucky, but These new moves, these Z moves, sorry, just moving on now. These new Z moves are fucking incredible. Now, there's a few questions about this. If we go into Cerebi, it talks about it a little bit here. So Z moves are utilizing a special bracelet the trainers have. The Z ring fits on a trainer's arm, and Z crystals are set into it. If a Pokemon holds the same variety of Z crystal, the two will be able to resonate with one another, and crystals correspond to the Pokemon types that they find in the ALOLA region, okay? There are two conditions for performing Z moves. A Pokemon must learn a move of the same type of the Z crystal, and must be holding the corresponding Z. Oh! They have to be holding the crystal. Okay. Okay. So there's a lot to go through to pull off a Z move, and you can only do it once per battle. Is what they said. Yeah, unless you Z move once per battle. So there's a lot of shit you have to go through for a Z move, and you can only do it once per battle. So could it be a one-hit KO? And how will this work in competitive? Because I mean, you have things like Power Herb that let you use Solar Beam right off the bat. You could be sacrificing your Pokemon's item in order to use a Z move, and you have to be able to time that Z move perfectly, because if you use, for example, Pikachu has his little electric type move here. If you use that, when I switch into a ground type Pokemon, you're gonna waste it. Or at least that's how I see it happening, right? You're just gonna waste it. So this is gonna be really, really interesting to see how it's used and competitive and stuff. I am so fucking excited to see how it's used. I honestly just want to use the move in game and just see the animations, because the animations for these moves are incredible. They're splendid to the eyes. They really are. They're so cool. They're huge attacks. Bloom Doom with Morale. I cannot wait to pull off a Bloom Doom with Morale. I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited to pull off a Bloom Doom with Morale. We have Bloom Doom there with Rowlett. Oh my fucking Christ, that's so cool. That is so fucking cool. That is so fucking cool. All right, but I need to stop for a second. Holy shit, that's so cool. But we have those new Z moves, which are really cool. If we go on to Cerebi, let's see if there's anything that we missed here. Let's see if there's anything that we missed. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh the page in case any new information came out while I was making this video. Maybe. There's a special island challenge where you face up against trial captains who specialize in certain types of Pokemon. Yeah, okay, so we already knew that. That's fine. There was also a Japanese trailer that went up. Now I don't want to play this. I'm just gonna kind of flick through screens of it, because if you play this, there's a high chance that my video will be taken down. But I'm just gonna kind of flick through this real quick. It shows the Z moves here. And it basically shows all the same stuff. It's a slightly longer video, but it basically shows all of the same stuff. We have, oh my god, that thing's so cool. It looks like a Starbit. He looks like a Starbit. He's so cool. I'm actually just really quick checking to see if there's any new information in here. Oh yeah, it shows the Pokemon evolving, right? So if you evolve an Exeggutor in the ALOLA region, it's gonna turn into the long neck version instead of the no neck version, right? But if you transfer a no neck version from Kalos, I'm assuming that there will be no change there, and then you'll be fine. That's how I hope it's gonna go anyway, because it would kind of suck if you had to just use this one specific kind without being able to change. Oh, we have a little bit of an evolution going on there too. So that's cool. I don't think there's anything splendidly new. It shows the evolutions, and yeah, it looks like that's it. But I think we've been through everything and had a bit of a breakdown and discussion about this, because that's what I wanted to have. I wanted to have a discussion about this, and I want to have a discussion in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of all these new different features, these new Pokemon, these new forms, the new ideas for gyms, the new Z moves. There's so much to talk about. I'm really excited. Honestly, this trailer just hyped me up so much more for Sun and Moon. I can't fucking wait. I cannot fucking wait. Actually, we can have a closer look at some of the new Pokemon. If we go into this, for example, let's see. It can learn Solar Blade, a move that releases a blade-shaped beam to mince up its foes. It can slice a rock in half. Holy shit. It absorbs, oh, wait. Wait, with Solar Blade, Lurantis absorbs energy from the sun on the first moves and unleashes a powerful attack on the second turn. It's Solar Beam, but physical. It's a physical Solar Beam, I'm calling it right now. Oh, I almost knocked down my fucking water bottle, holy shit. And this is a totem Pokemon for the jungle area, which is really, really cool. So we're gonna see this is the totem Pokemon for the first place, I think, is the young goose. Or sorry, the fucking goose Pokemon. The young shoes, or whatever, goose shoes. I forgot his name, I'm sorry. I forgot his name. Hold on, let's see. Where is this? Oh my god, there's so many new Pokemon, I'm so excited, this is so cool. Where is this? Okay, Trump here, Gumshoes, has Stakeout and Strong Jaw. So this thing is gonna hit hard. It's the exact opposite of Yungoos. While Yungoos prowls around, Gumshoe stakes out its prey and then waits patiently. Okay. Well, this is fucking cool. This is really fucking cool. All this new information is crazy. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. Let me know what you think of all this new stuff in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.